from him hitting me here.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
You know, I was like, oh fuck, this shit's real. Like, you don't think that these slaps can't fucking hurt someone. And the whole back of the head thing is real, dude. Some of them I was just going, bitch, it doesn't even hurt, you know?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, one got the right spot. I don't know, it hit the right spot.
That's like
and again,
brain.
look at how much power this is. I'm holding a pad for myself. That's a head that doesn't move anymore because my head's against his chest. I mean, you want to get hit in the back of the head that hard? I mean, that's from here. An arm punch, right? Like, no body.
No hits, no
Yeah,
turn.
yeah, but, dude, right on your back of your skull, and you're going, oh shit. And my ears are ringing, and I'm out for a second. And I wake back up, nobody notices, right? You're playing poker all the time. Shit, I'm fine. Let's go. And you just keep going, but you know the truth. And I never told him, you know. So I don't think I've ever told anybody that except for my coach. That was the first time I ever told. I forgot that story. Anyway, so just that whole back of the head thing, it's real.
It is.
Yeah. And then it makes you think, maybe not just back of the head, right? It's true also of any other place. Like, you know, imagine a guy's doing this to you, you know, and just hitting you, and then all of a sudden he catches the right spot, whatever, and you start ringing, and you're going, what? Everybody gonna make fun of you. You got a glass jaw, bro.
Well, you see it with those Russian slapping competitions.
Yeah!
Oh
yeah! You get these guys
they
doing
go
that.
night
Yeah.
all over.
And you never know. Like, I would assume that a lot of those videos that we see of that slapping contest, some of those dudes are probably pretty damn tough too. That's why they're in there. Now, some of them, not so tough, right? Like, one guy slaps him and the dude is out. You know, it's that one little trigger spot. And now all the Tai Chi masters of the universe, they're all going, bro, I told you, you gotta hit the third meridian connected to the synapse that triggers the... We teach that. Anyway.
Buy our DVD.
Yeah. It's real, bro. Listen, most people don't know. Occasionally you get a lucky shot. Occasionally maybe you hit a guy that just can't take a punch. There are people like that.
You can technically, as long as it hits the ear, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the...
Kind of wraps around.
Yeah, that back in the day was debated, but now it's pretty much universally used as a definition. You know, they used to argue over where is the back of the skull. Like, do you put on a mohawk? You know, they'll say like
they say the mohawk.
You know,
a lot. I think they still say the mohawk.
Yeah, they talk about the mohawk and they go, imagine I got headphones on, and then you draw a line from here going back down that mohawk. 2 inches going down, but then they just come to the conclusion of, if you can have contact with a guy's ear, you're good. Because I don't know somebody's head, some guy's fist is this big, you know, the biggest man's fist against the smallest man's head. Maybe he's hitting the ear and he's still hitting the back, then it wouldn't work, right? But generally speaking, the whole rule of punching a guy's ear works, you know. But then you got the whole back of the head thing. You got guys turning their head. It's incidental. Just don't target the back of the head. If a guy's turning the back of the head, you can't then swing at it. But if you're swinging at a guy right here and he does this, the referee has to say, watch the back of the head, watch the back of the head. You know, he's not gonna get you for one, especially if he's a good ref, and he sees that the guy goes like this. In other words, he's guarding his head by turning his head. And that happens too. Who wants to get hit in the face? You know, punch is kind of coming at you and a guy will go, oh shit. And then that doesn't mean you hit him in the back of the head. That's a fair blow. You targeted and he turned. All the referee can say is watch the back of the head.
It's just like if you were to pick up someone from their head up and then head down, and that's illegal.
That's illegal if you control them, invert them, and
it's clearly intentional.
Yeah. So they pretty much, it's the pile driver. there's a couple other scenarios of pile driver. You know, I got like the pro wrestling version. And then if you did a double leg, I mean, there are guys like this, like Quentin Jackson, or like a better example would be like a scoop, like a body slam, you know, because he would do that. Scoop under somebody's crotch, lift them up, invert them, and now throw them straight into the floor. That's illegal. It doesn't look like a pile driver, traditional pro wrestling pile driver, but or tombstone or whatever you want to call it, but it's still a pile driver. You're sending the guy straight down. But other than that, you know, even in Greco, they do a power bomb, what pro wrestling guys will call a power bomb. Dang, I'm not strong enough to lift Jesse.
What, reverse?
Yeah, like say he's here trying to grab my legs, and then I body lock and I lift. If I wait for Jesse to curl up because he's scared, and we're not going to do this hard or realistic, but if I slam him like this is legal. If I slammed him like this, that's a power bomb, and that would be legal. But if I had him straight up, that's illegal. Now it's a power driver. So in Greco-Roman wrestling, a lot of times fear, when someone lifts you, makes you curl up. Fear. He's afraid. Like, what if this guy doesn't care for me or the rules? He doesn't care if he gets disqualified. That doesn't help you.
If they don't.
You're like, hey, I won the match, but now I can't wrestle anymore and I'm in a wheelchair. It doesn't matter that you won by disqualification. You have a broken neck and you're in a wheelchair the rest of your life. So that right there trumps winning the match. So what do a lot of guys do? They curl up, and then the guy gets a nice power bomb
into a legal move.
and it becomes legal. Yep. So if you had the balls to stay straight and you were trusting of your opponent, he won't spike you on your head, and maybe he is a good guy, he would be forced to go, shit, what am I gonna do? You know, and then he would have to throw you where you don't land on your head. You know.
Last night I was like on Instagram, I saw like the clip of Rose Namajunas, or I don't know who it was, but when she got like slammed on her neck and knocked out.
What was that one from? Refresh my memory.
I don't even remember.
You guys remember that?
But she was holding on the Kimura, and it was like that's why she.
Oh yeah. And those are different.
Yeah.
So that's different.
And
that's
it was like I was like.
Those are different, by the way. So on the rules, if a guy has an armbar, classic, in that case it might have been Kimura. I think I kind of know what the situation was. She was probably going for a standing Kimura, and the person lifted the leg.
I think so.
Most likely. I don't remember, but this is a common thing. He'll have a Kimura, and I'll lock the crotch, and then if I lift, and he goes head first in the floor, I didn't spike him. He didn't protect himself.
I could have let it go.
He could have let it go. He could have tucked and rolled. I didn't purposely try to spike him. I get the win now, even if he's in a wheelchair the rest of his life.
In a sense, it was his
Sorry
intention not
to
let it go.
be so graphic, but what's that?
In a sense, it was his intention
Yeah.
not letting go to defend himself at all times.
Same as any armbar triangle. If you stand up and the guy's head is here, and I try to slam you and spike your head on the ground, I can do that because you have a submission. You're trying to break my arm.
Yeah.
If I lift you up, guess what an armbar person better do? You better tuck like crazy and just be prepared to take the power bomb, slam on the back of your neck and the back of your back, upper back, and try to finish your armbar, or let go. You know, the moment the guy picks you up, let go of the arm, protect yourself. You know, but if you want to arch up and be straight on your head, and then this guy drops you down and you get spiked. Now, granted, sometimes the guy who slams gets his arm broken, but
Did that happen to me?
let's see it. Oh. Yeah. Oh, she got, you know, and even still, it's not a spike even anyway. Like, if you look at how she's falling. That's no different than any other throw. Yeah. You see how she's falling on her? Now, granted, back of the head, shoulder area, but it wouldn't matter anyway. There was no intent to pile drive her. Let's see it one more. Bow. Yeah. Yeah, that's why you got to, this is a popular technique to go for the Kimura when somebody's on a single leg, and she's very strong. She's obviously very strong. Look at her back. Look at her legs, and she's hunched over. See how Rose is very hunched over. That's like potato sacking. You can be picked up. When I say potato sack, whoop, see how she's hoisted up now, completely underneath. Yeah, like what I mean is, if I want to pick someone up, let's say I'm going to pick Jesse up. Say I'm going to double leg him. If he can bend over, just bend forward, he's potato sack. I mean, this is easy. If he stays straight up, he's hard to lift. So remember that when he's on a single leg, and his head's down a little bit, and I go here, and now you're on Draj, and you're gonna pop your head out. And look, you see how I'm actually helping you. You see that?
Yeah.
No, just keep your shoulder. Yeah. Now, you see how I'm helping you?
Yeah.
Now look. Lift. See how he's not. Yeah. Now if he's gonna do this, he's got to go a lot of hip, and he's got to rotate me. He's got to rotate me to get me to go. She was already kind of here, so when that hip rotation happened, that swing, and now she's inverted.
Could
and
she
now,
even finish it standing though?
huh?
Could she even finish that standing?
I was gonna say, yeah, why not
What would-
Yeah, you gotta get it out, man.
What was
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody just
this
finished
person's locked, right? So this person's locked. So now I'm here on the single leg. We need things like grapevine hook. So if he lifts me, it's very hard to lift. You cannot just be chilling here, because now he has freedom to bend his knees, pop his hips, and lift. Now look, I'm in danger of getting bombed, right? Right here, knee outside, flexing, dorsiflex your foot. Now this counterbalance, now lift. It's still possible, by the way, that I can go flying, but this will help you. It's something. 2 feet on the ground, worst position. You see, that's gonna be really bad. You might wanna let go, if you can. Maybe you can't let go. Maybe you'll put your arm in. If Jesse flexes his muscles and pinches, I can't even take my hand out if I wanted to. Just lift and hold me. Look, I can't take it out. So if he's gonna invert me and send me on my head, this may not save me. I gotta work. That's dangerous. It's part of the game, but it's dangerous. So standing submissions, I know this is a popular move. People love Kimuras. Sakuraba was famous for being in this position and not letting people lift him, hanging over here. He was bent over, but this is not what I call potato sacking. If he tries to lift me now, I'm just kind of being real heavy with my wrestling, lock around my waist. And he's trying to lift me. I'm just leaning over so I can't be suplexed, hooking a leg. I can stay here, and then when I break the grip, boom, we're ready to go, and then we take the guy through, with the Kimura, or for the catch wrestlers of the world, the double wrist lock. Yeah. That argument will never end. Let's wrap it up. All right, guys, good job today. Don't break the rules unless the referee's not looking. Unless you're a good guy, don't break the rules at all. Jesse, are you a good guy?
I'm a good guy.
All right, so you don't break the rules? Do you bend the rules?
Yeah.
Rubbing is racing, Harry. Days of Thunder. Watch it.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I don't know what this is about.
Oh, boy.
Rules. Thank you. We'll see you guys next time with more great stuff.